My first impression when I met my host family is that this was going to be a very difficult experience because I didn't speak any Portuguese. I was there for about a week for an orientation, and that's the only Portuguese we had. And I knew that my host mom was going to be really fun, and she was going to try really hard to help me with the language, but I just knew that it was going to be a difficult experience. The family structure in my host family was I had a single mom, and then I had a brother who was around my age, but he spent a lot of time. I almost never spent any time with him because he was so busy. He was going to school, and school is really tough in Brazil, just like it is in the United States. So it was mostly me and my host mom hanging out with each other. Yeah, my house, the way it was structured, I guess, was I had my own room to myself, and then I shared a bathroom with everybody else in the house. The biggest surprise about living with a host family is how quickly you do learn the language. I didn't expect that it was, like I said, I thought it was going to be a really difficult experience, and it was, but finally once I kind of got used to it and you kind of fall into your groove of things, I guess, it really worked out. That was the best way I learned Portuguese, was with them. My favorite thing about living with a host family, there were so many great things. I loved my host mom's extended family so much. I got to spend a lot of time with them. Even the first week when I spoke zero Portuguese, I was spending time with my cousins, my host cousins, and I was trying to tell them this story of something that happened on the bus, and it was so difficult to get it out, but I had my translator with me, and some of them spoke a little bit of English through their studies in school, so that was just a really good surprise, a pleasant surprise to have truly a family outside of my own family. My least favorite thing about living with a host family, I think, was it was hard to manage my time of like spending time with my family rather than my friends, and figuring that out and navigating what was appropriate to be doing, who to spend time with. So my relationship with my host family it evolved throughout the semester. At the beginning, I was spending a lot of time with my host mom and the rest of her family. There happened to be a bunch of family events like barbecues and stuff that we went to. But then I got to know the other people in my program a lot better, so then I started spending a lot of time with them too. But almost every night I would watch Netflix with my host mom, which was a good way for me to learn the language, but also a good way for us to have something to talk about. We watched a lot of Grey's Anatomy in Portuguese, so that was fun. I think the most obvious challenge was the language barrier, and I don't speak fluent Portuguese, but I truly learned a lot while being there. So that was I guess the most obvious challenge, but also just trying to navigate different cultural norms, values, all that kind of stuff. That's truly how you learn, is by living with a host family, those kind of things. The biggest skill and understanding that I took away from my host family experience is that everybody is capable of so much more than they think they are. I didn't think I was ever going to be able to learn this language. I didn't think I was ever going to be able to live in a house with somebody who's from a different culture and different language than I was, but I ended up doing fine, and it was great. And I've applied that to almost everything else that I've done in my life. If anything that's difficult, I'm like, well, I did the whole Brazil thing, I can handle anything else. So if I had to do it again, I absolutely would do the host family experience. I'd love to even explore different host families, even though I think my host mom is the best. But I think that's just one of the best ways to really learn about a culture and expand your knowledge and understanding of the world.